Okay, so our topic tonight is elbows, and one of the things I wrote in the agenda, I'm organised now, is a summary statement of elbow arthritis without swear words. And the reason I put this is because it is complicated. So just try and summarise what elbow OA kind of is, because it's quite vast, isn't it?
It is huge, yeah. I think it's one of those things where you can love it and hate it at the same time. It is something that's very complex. It's something that we don't fully understand. We don't have a definite answer for, and therefore, sometimes the less that we know about something, the more there is to learn, and that's what makes it very interesting. Things are always kind of progressing and developing. So I think some of the kind of key points or summaries for arthritis in elbows in dogs, or arthritis in any joint, is there are things that can be done, and there's lots of things that can be done. And sometimes people think, well, there's arthritis, we don't have a cure, there's nothing we can do. But that's wrong. There's lots of things that we can do. I made a little list, jot down on a piece of paper, the different treatment options that I offer to clients. And this isn't everything that's available, but it's just what I could come off with, the top of my head whilst I was having a coffee earlier. And I wrote down 63 options.
Oh so my God!
63 different treatment options. And we never do just one, it's always a combination. So if you then start to try and do the maths behind it, the different options that we have with these, say, 63, it come out to something like 7 trillion different possible scenarios and options. So if people say, there's nothing that we can do, there's 7 trillion things that we can do. So I think that's kind of one kind of key thing, that it's not, something that we can just say, well, there's nothing we can do, it's the end of the world, or it's, there's nothing that we can do, let's leave it. There's lots that can be done. So I think that's something that's one of the take-home messages. I think the other sort of take-home message is a little bit then maybe the opposite side of things, rather than being quite so positive. It is the fact that there isn't a simple one-off cure. There's not, say, one surgery that we do and that fixes it. There's not one medicine we give and that fixes it. There's not one exercise we do and that fixes it. And it's kind of a combination of things. And I think it's therefore trying to work out for that individual dog and that dog's family, what's going to be the best combination to try and get the biggest improvement we can. I think, with, say, the Olympics going on at the moment, all the sport that's been on the TV, and we can almost think of arthritis as being like elite professional sport in a way, whereby an elite professional athlete, there's not one thing they're going to do that's going to suddenly make them run 100 meters 2 seconds faster. It's all about little incremental gains. And it might be that they can get 1% improvement by doing one extra thing in their training, in their rest, in their technique. And I think it's the same thing with trying to get an improvement with elbow arthritis. It's all about doing lots of little small things together that can have an accumulative effect over time. And I think that's the way that you're going to get the biggest improvement for your canine.